Greetings of the day to respected professors, judges, organizing team members, and the audience. I am Deepika Bisht, BSc Honours Statistic third year student from Matasundri College, Delhi University. Today I'm going to talk about Chebyshev's inequality in this video and its application-based problems. The Chebyshev's inequality is one of the important concept of probability and statistics theory, which is further used as predictive analysis. So let's talk about Chebyshev's inequality. Chebyshev's inequality is a probability theory. Like I said, it's a part of probability and statistics. So it is a part of a probability theory that guarantees us, that definitely says that within a specified range or a distance from mean, for a large range of probability distributions, not more than a specific fraction of values will be present. It says that it is a part of probability theory which almost guarantees us that if this is the mean, we will denote mean with mu. Like earlier we used to do it with x bar or whatever the variable is, and now put a bar over it. So now we will indicate or denote it with mu. So it says that for any probability distribution from a specified distance, suppose this is a specified distance from mu, and within this distance only a definite value, fraction values will be present and not more than that. This means किसको चाहे कोई भी प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो जाए, उसमें जो मीन होगा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का, उससे एक डिस्टेंस पे, एक स्पेसिफिक डिस्टेंस पे, उसके बीच में एक स्पेसिफिक वैल्यूज ही करेंगे, उससे ज्यादा नहीं करेंगे. एंड दिस Chebyshev's inequality guarantees us. Like, see, in other words, only a specific fraction of values will be found within a specific distance from mean of a distribution. एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के मीन से स्पेसिफिक डिस्टेंस पे ही एक स्पेसिफिक फ्रैक्शन ऑफ वैल्यूज मिलेंगी और उससे ज्यादा नहीं. Okay, like I'll give you example. If you are an insurance company, obviously insurance company receives n number of claims at n number of times at random claims, n number of claims, random claims आते हैं random time पे random sizes के, कभी कोई किस टाइप का claim, कभी कोई किसी टाइप का claim. So based on the claims that we have received in past so far, we want to get an idea ki, like every company works thinks of future, so we also want to know that how much the upcoming claims will be, so that we can keep aside some reserves. So to get this thing, we'll be using Chebyshev's inequality on the basis of past received claims. In the basic thing we need is the mean and the variance. And even Chebyshev's inequality is best because we don't even need to know the distribution. Even if we know the distribution is very much, it's very much useful. Even if we don't know that, it's not a big deal. We just need a mean and the variance. Okay, let's talk about the statement first. This statement says x is a random variable. Now what is a random variable? Like we studied that variable is we studied in our school that variable is any alphabet that whom we associate some value in an equation. So here also random variable is a variable whose value is unknown. We don't know its value, or a function that assigns values to each of its experiments outcome. उसके experiment में जो भी outcome है हमें पता नहीं है, but उसमें जो भी experiment का outcome होता है उसकी एक value होती है. तो इसी तरह हमने यहाँ पे भी एक random variable लिया है, एक random variable with finite mean, मतलब mean होगा उसका, which will be denoted as mu. This is the mu that I was talking about earlier. And a finite non-zero variance. Like variance, sorry, this is the, I will show you. So this is the variance. This is how we denote variance. So mean जो है वो भी finite होगा और जो variance है वो finite non-zero. Okay, and then for any k real number k which is greater than 0, which is non-zero and positive. So then these are the things जिससे हम calculate कर सकते हैं. This says that p probability of whole of this, like modulus of x minus mu, is greater than equal to k sigma, and the probability of whole of this is less than equal to 1 upon k square, and the other way around is probability of x minus mu, modulus of x minus mu is less than k sigma, whole probability of this is greater than equal to 1 minus 1 upon k square. These two are generally used and we will use it depending upon the situation. So ye, we'll recapitulate the situation, the statement. It says that x is a random variable with finite mean, with finite non-zero variance, and then there is वहाँ पे कोई भी k real number है which is also non-zero and positive. उसमें these things, then we get these things. तो अब हम ये इसका हम application देखेंगे. The Chebyshev's inequality is really applicable in real life, and we will be using it. Like the examples I have taken, the examples are from real life only, but like in real life they are on larger scale. Here they will be on a smaller scale so that we can get a better understanding. So it says, suppose that it is known that a number of products formed in a factory during a week is a random variable with mean of 50. And the variance of week production is equal to 25, then what can be said about the productivity? Then that it will be between 40 to 60. So it says that number of products formed in a factory during a week is a random variable. उसने पहले ही बोला कि x एक मतलब एक random variable है जो denote करता है number of products formed in a factory. तो हमने उसको x को बोला कि let x be a random variable denoting number of products formed in a factory. Okay, and then we are given mean is 50. We have written it, and then we have been given variance is 25. We have written variance as 25, and then we know we will be needing not the square, just the simple sigma. So it's the under root of that, which is standard deviation, and we have got that also. Now it says that what can be said about the productivity, that it will be between 40 to 60. कि हम ऐसा क्या बोल सकते हैं कि जो प्रोबेबिलिटी होगा जो इस रैंडम वेरिएबल का वो 40 और 60 के बीच में लाई करेगा. ओके, सो नाउ अभी हम ये देखें, ये इक्वेशन इसके एरोज, और हम ये देखें इसमें ये इस तरीके से है ना इक्वेशन. सो नाउ इससे हमें पता चलेगा कि हमें ये वाला इक्वेशन यूज करना है, नॉट दिस वन राइट नाउ. ओके, सो वी विल बी यूजिंग दिस. उसके लिए फर्स्ट वी विल नीड टू मेक दैट मॉड्यूलस. ऑब्वियसली वी विल बी नीडिंग द मॉड्यूलस. ये बनाना है हमें क्योंकि तो यहाँ पे म्यू है. अब अगर हम इसका मॉड्यूलस ओपन करूंगी मैं x माइनस म्यू का मॉड्यूलस, तो ये ऐसे ही आएगा ना, यहाँ पे k सिग्मा एंड यहाँ पे माइनस के सिग्मा. सो सिमिलरली अब मुझे, अब ये तो x तो है, अब यहाँ पे मुझे म्यू चाहिए, तो मैंने यहाँ पे म्यू माइनस किया, दैट इज 50. दिस इज म्यू, योर म्यू. एंड देन यहाँ पे किया म्यू, तो यहाँ पे भी किया, यहाँ पे भी किया on right hand side and left hand side also. Then we got minus 10, and then making it to changing it to modulus, I got this, and then comparing this thing with this thing, that is the left hand side of the Chebyshev's inequality. Then I got to know that k10 की जगह we have written 10. So then equating them, and then we got that k sigma is equals to 10, and then we know sigma is 5, and then we got k equal to 2. Now we have the full left side with us. Okay, and now we also know the value of k, so we can also find the right hand side of the Chebyshev's inequality, and then putting 1 upon k square, value in 1 upon minus 1 upon k square, and then we got 0.75. Then we can say that lower bound of the probability that productivity will lie between 40 to 60 is 0.75. This means जो productivity 40 to 60 के बीच lie करेगी उसकी probability है कि वो 0.75 होगी. Okay. Now similarly, if there are this says suppose 1000 applicants show up for a job interview, but there are only 70 positions available. To select the best 70 people amongst the 1000, the employer gives an aptitude test to judge their abilities. The mean score is 60 and the standard deviation is of 6. The applicant scores an 84. You can assume that they are getting a job. So here, this is also a real life example where there are less 70 seats and 1000 people have applied. Okay, so now this says that they gave a aptitude test to just get the screening done, and the mean score of that is 60, and the standard deviation is 6. So we got a mu and we got a sigma, and this we have written. But before that, we need to let what is the random variable. So let x be the random variable that candidates can be selected. And then they say that applicant scores an 84. Obviously, if the score above 84 will get the job. So then x is greater than 84, we will be searching for it. Okay. And then here it will not be p. And then removing x minus mu sigma, modulus of x minus mu, it will be like we'll be putting x is 84 and the mu we know is 60, and then we get 24. And we know that there this sign is this side, and then we will use the first equation. So now we got to know that x minus mu, this k sigma is 24 with the help of this thing. We got to know k sigma is 24, and then use the comparing both the left sides. We can get the value of k sigma is equals 24, then sigma is 6, and then k is equals to 4. And then we can put this thing in the other equation, in the right side of the equation of Chebyshev's inequality. This is the inequality, right? Chebyshev's inequality is this one. And then P probability of Px greater than 84 is less than equal to 1 upon whole 4 ka whole square, and this is this. So now for the 1000 applicant, we'll be multiplying it by 1000 and we get this 62.5. So now it shows that 63, obviously this is 62.5 and we have 76, so we can round off it to 63, and this says that 63 people scored above 60 and they will definitely get a job. Okay, out of 70, 63, those who scored above 60 will definitely be getting the job. Now, the problems we did up till now, we didn't know that what was the distribution. Distributions, there are different types of distributions in statistics which we use based on the data. Till now, we didn't need to use the distributions, but and that is what I said, that we don't need distribution, we just need mean and the variance, which are finite, okay, and non-zero. So here, but this question is a bit different one where we will using the distribution. So let's do that also. But this one is also that easy because we are using just binomial distribution. Like here it says symmetric die is thrown 600 times. Find the lower bound of probability of getting 80 to 126 is. So we let the S be the number of successes. If you are throwing a die, so there are 6 sides to a die, and it's a symmetric die, unbiased die. So every die has equal chance of getting the probability of getting drawn. So it will be P probability of getting drawn is 1 upon 6, and the N total number of times thrown is 600. So here die is symmetric and the it's thrown 600 times, and so it's a binomial distribution. And binomial distribution, we just need the n comma p. We just need two variables, n and p, and we have both got here. And then we can easily find our Chebyshev's inequality can be easily used when we have our mu, mean, and the variance. And these mu and sigma can be formed, can be easily calculated as it says that mu of a binomial distribution is NP and the variance of is NPQ, and then we have found these values, and then sigma is just the square root of variance. Okay, now this says, now coming back to the question, what they're asking that what is the probability that जो हमारा number of successes of जो x होंगे will lie between 80 to 120. Okay, 80 to 120. So this happened. Now again, we know if these are the signs, of first we need to make it to the modulus. So when we're making it to the modulus, we'll come whether it be any of the equation, like I showed you here, we just need first modulus, and we know that signs are this way, so we will be using this equation again. Okay, so we write that equation down here. This equation will be needed. So to make this P180 that I wrote to the standard Chebyshev inequality, we'll be needing sigma. So this is S minus mu. We will be needing mu, sorry. So here we will be using S minus mu, and here also we will be subtracting mu, and here also subtracting to balance the equation, both the sides, and then we will get S minus 100, and then both side positive, one side positive and one side negative. And this we can turn into a modulus, and then we have got the left hand side of the equation. This part we have just got. Comparing that, we can say that K sigma is equal to 20, and then putting the value of sigma, we got the value of K, and then putting the value of K in this. So we have just got, putting it in the right hand side of the equation, we can get the answer. Now we just got that. We just wrote the LHS of the Chebyshev's inequality, which we have already gotten. Now this putting just the value of 1 minus 1 upon K square, and then we got 90 upon 24, which is equals to 0.79. So we can say that lower bound of probability of getting 6s between 80 and 120 is equals to 0.79. So if this says probability of getting 6s between 80 to 120 is 0.79. This is the lower bound of that probability. So I hope this video has been useful to you regarding the Chebyshev's inequality. Thank you so much to the organizing team for giving us this chance to make this video on a very important topic and sharing our knowledge with everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone.